The car ride was quiet. Tong sat in the passenger seat and crossed his tail slightly suspicious. If you take a wrong turn, I am jumping out. Shankuk didn't even look at him. Noted. Even if the car moving also noted. A few minutes passed. The city light blurred outside the window. Tong head slowly tilted. His eyes blinked once, twice. I'm not sleepy, he murmured. I'm very alert, clearly. Another minute, his head dropped to the side. Another. And just like that, Tong was out. Shankuk glanced at him briefly, then again, a little longer this time. Tong was asleep, peacefully, cheek squeezing slightly against the seat, lips parted just a little. All that shouts, all that overthinking gone. Shankuk's expression softened. Unbelievable. He muttered it quietly. When they reached Tong's house, Shankuk parked the car and stepped out. He walked around, opened the passenger door. Tong, no response. Tong, still nothing. He signed softly. Of course. Carefully, he slid one arm under Tong's back, the other under his knee, and lifted him effortlessly. Tong stared slightly, mumbling something unintelligible. Don't kidnap me. Shankuk smiled. Too late. In front door was slightly open. Shankuk stepped inside and froze because three people froze right back. Tong's mother, his father, and his brother, all staring at the scene. Their son, asleep in the arms of very intimidating man. Silence. This silence. Shankuk cleared his throat slightly. Good evening. They didn't even respond, didn't move, didn't blink, just stared. The brother slowly leaned toward his father and whispered, Dad? Dad told me his boss is mafia. The father's eyes widened. This is him? This has to be him. The mother clutched her husband's arm. Why is he carrying our son like that? The brother whispered urgently. Maybe he kidnapped him and brought him back to confuse us? Shut up. The father says, Don't let him hear you. Too late. Shankuk had already heard. He closed his eyes for a brief second. Can someone tell me where is his room? All three of them straightened instantly. Room? His mother second. Why do you need room? The brother added. Shankuk blinked slowly to put him on the bed. Alive? His father asked, cautioned. Shankuk stared. Yes. Second floor left. First room. All three said at once, Thank you. As Shankuk walked upstairs with Tong, the family huddled together dramatically. The brother whispered, I think Tai is unconscious because of him. The mother gasped. Did he do something nasty? The brother smacked his forehead. No, idiot. Maybe Tai heard something he shouldn't. The father's eyes widened, and now his boss wants to eliminate him. All three gasped loudly. Oh my god. Without another word, they ran upstairs. They reached Tong's room door. Slightly open, they peeked inside and froze completely. Because inside, Shankuk was gently placing Tong on the bed, carefully adjusting the pillow under his head, pulling the blanket over him tenderly. Tong shifted in his sleep instinctively, grabbing into Shankuk's legs. Don't go. The three outside the door gasped slightly. Shankuk looked down at him for a moment. He didn't move. Then very slowly, I'm not going anywhere. Tong realized instantly. Still half asleep, Shankuk gently freed his legs, brushing Tong's hair away from his forehead. Sleep properly. He turned and saw the entire family staring at him like they had just witnessed something illegal. He is just asleep. Shankuk said calmly. No one replied. The brother whispered, barely audible. That's not mafia behavior. The mother whispered back. That's husband behavior. The father nodded slowly. I am more scared now. Shankuk stood there for a second, facing the three pair of very intense eyes. Silence, uncomfortable, heavy. Tong, meanwhile, sleeping peacefully, completely unaware his entire life was being discussed like a crime investigation outside the room. The mother was the first to recover. She stepped forward slowly, carefully, like approaching a wild animal. You carried him all the way here? Shankuk nodded once. He fell asleep. The brothers squatted. Or you made him sleep. Shankuk blinked. He was tired. The father crossed his arms, still suspicious. What exactly do you do? Shankuk answered calmly. I run a company. The three of them exchanged look. The brother leaned in and whispered. That's exactly what a mafia would say. Shankuk heard it. Of course he did. His jaw tightened just a little. The mother suddenly gasped softly. Wait. Both men looked at her. She pointed toward the bed. He is holding her sleeves. They all turned, and yes, Thong was still clutching Jungkook's sleeves like his life depended on it, even in his sleep. Don't go, he murmured again, barely audible. The brother's eyes widened dramatically. Emotional damage. The father nodded seriously. Stockholm Syndrome. The mother snapped at both of them. Shut up. Shankuk looked down at his list, then at Thong. For a moment, he didn't move, didn't pull away, didn't say anything. The mother noticed it and her entire expression softened. He doesn't trust people easily. She said. Shankuk glanced at her. I know. The brother whispered loudly. How do you know? The father elbowed him. Stop interrogating. I'm gathering evidence. Shankuk gently tried to free his sleeves again, but Thong tightened his grip. No. The whole family froze. The brother whispered, he is fighting him in his dream. The father nodded. Against him? Shankuk closed his eyes briefly. He is not fighting anymore. How do you know? His brother shot back. Because he always talks like this. Silence. The family processed that. Then, always? The mother repeated. Shankuk realized what he said. Too late. At work? He added quickly. The brother smirked. So you watch him closely? Shankuk gave him a look. He is my secretary. That's not how bosses talk about secretaries. Thong shifted again, turning slightly, and this time his hand slipped from Shankuk's sleeves only to grab his wrist instead. Tighter, firmer, closer. The mother covered her mouth. Oh my god. The brother looked ready to scream. This is not responsible. The father nodded. This is marriage. Jungkook exhaled softly. Can you all lower your voices? We are whispering, all three of them said, loudly. Finally, Dong gripped looseness. Jungkook carefully placed his hand free this time, stepping back, adjusting the blanket once more, then turned it toward the family. He should rest. The mother nodded quickly. Yes, yes, of course. He works so hard. His brother nodded. Running from you? Shut up, both parents says. Shankuk walked toward the door, but just before leaving, he paused, looked back once at Dong, still sleeping peaceful, safe. Then he walked out. The moment he stepped out, the family rushed into the room. The brother immediately whispered loudly, check if he is alive. The mother smacked him again. He is breathing. The father leaned closer, inspecting dramatically. No visible injuries. Dong stared slightly. Coffee. All three froze. He said coffee? The brother whispered. Shunk. The mother gasped. Is that a code word? The father nodded. Definitely mafia related. Tong suddenly turned in his sleep. Shankuk. Silence. Complete silence. All three slowly turned toward the door, then back to Shankuk. The mother whispered. He said his name. The mother clutched her chest. Without sir? The father looked shaken. This is serious. The brother stood up straight. Conclusion. The parents looked at him. He pointed dramatically. That is either in love, a bus, or in danger, another bus, or both. All three gasped again. Oh my god, sir. Shankar stood for a moment before leaving, and for the first time all day, he smiled just a little. Had streamed into the room, peaceful, calm. Dong stayed slightly under his blanket, stretching his arms. For one, no. Overthinking, no mafia, that is, just soft, comfortable sleep. He smiled a little, still half asleep. He didn't kidnap me. Up was good. Then, wake up. Dong screamed and shot up from the bed like his soul returning at full speed. What? Who are? Am I allowed? Three faces right in front of him, too close, too intense. His mother, his father, and his brother, all staring at him like he committed a crime. Why are you all in my room? He asked, voice shaky. No one answered instead. The brother pulled out a chair and sat dramatically in front of him. We need to talk. Tong blinked. Why does this feel like an interrogation? Because it is. The father said seriously. The brother nodded. Answer honestly. Tong panicked instantly. I didn't do anything. Exactly, the brother said, pointing. That's suspicious. Tong looked between them. Okay, what is happening? The mother leaned forward. Who is he? Tong froze. Who? Don't act innocent. The brother snapped. The man who carried you last night. Tong brain stopped. Carried? Oh, you don't know? The father added calmly. You were unconscious. I was what? Flashback. Hit him like a truck. Car. Jungkook. Sleep. Oh my god. The brother pointed again. Yes. Oh my god. Now explain. Tong covered his face. This is bad. Bad? The mother gasped. A man walked into our house carrying you like a bride. I was not like a bride. You were holding his leash. The brother cut in. I was what? And calling his name? The father added. Tong froze. Slowly lowered his hands. I did not. You did. All three said together. Silence. Tong's ears turned red. Okay, first of all, he started trying to recover. He is my boss. The brother leaned back. Mafia boss? Not conforming. The father crossed his arms. He said he runs a company. Cover story. The mother whispered dramatically. He looked dangerous. See? Tong pointed. I told you. The brother suddenly leaned forward. Why was he feeding you? Tong shook it. What? How do you know? We saw the video. The brother said seriously. What video? Where? Emotional attachment. The mother nodded. And Tasha, the father added. And chemistry? Tong looked like he might pass out. You all need help. The brother narrowed his eyes. Do you like him? Silence. Tong blinked. What? Do you like him? No. Too fast. The entire family leaned in. Too fast? They said together. I said no. You said his name in your sleep. The mother added. Tong froze again. That doesn't mean anything. It means everything. His brother whispered dramatically. Tong threw the blanket over his head. I'm going to sleep. His father pulled it down immediately. No, you are not. Yes, I am. Answer the question. I don't like him. Liar. I am not lying. You turn it red. I am always red. Only when we mention him. Stop analyzing me like this. Suddenly, ding dong, everyone froze. All heads slowly turned toward the door. The brother whispered, He is back. The mother clutched her chest. Already? The father stood up. Stay here. Tong grabbed his arm. No, don't open. What if it's too late? The father was already walking out. The family followed. Tong sat frozen on the bed. Oh my god, outside. The door opened and there was Jungkook standing calmly, holding a bag. Good morning. The family stared. The brother whispered he came back to finish the job. The mother whispered, or to marry him? The father whispered, both. Upstairs, Tong jumped out of his bed. I am not ready for this. He ran straight to the wall. This is a sign. Downstairs, Jungkook sat on the couch, calm, composed. Perfect posture, like he wasn't in the middle of the most chaotic household ever. And the family sat across from him, also calm, too calm, like they were slightly planning something. You came early? The father said. Jungkook nodded. I had some folk nearby. The brother whispered to the mother. Investigation. I heard that. Jungkook said calmly. The brother froze. You have good hearing? Yes. Suspicious. The mother elbowed him. Behave. Jungkook placed the bag on the table. I bought breakfast. Silence. The entire family stares at the bag, then at him, then back at the bag. The mother whispered, He is feeding us now? The father nodded slowly. This is how they gain trust. The brother added, Phase 1. Jungkook closed his eyes for a second. It's just a food. Upstairs, Tong was pacing like his life depended on it. Okay, stay calm, act normal. Don't look at him, don't talk to him, don't breathe near him. He nodded to himself. Yes, perfect plan. He opened the door, took one step, and immediately slipped on nothing. Oh, he grabbed the railing. Okay, bad start. Downstairs, everyone looked up at Dong slowly walking in, very slowly, like a criminal entering court. Good morning, he mumbled. Jungkook looked at him, just one look, and Dong immediately looked away. Don't make eye contact, he whispered to himself. I can still hear you, Jungkook said. Oh. The mother clapped her hands suddenly. Perfect timing. Sis, sit, breakfast. Dong froze. I already ate. No, you didn't, the brother said. Yes, I did. What did you eat? Here. Sit. Okay. Dong sat down as far away from Jungkook as physically possible. Jungkook glanced at the distance. Why are you sitting there? Dong blinked innocently. Good lighting? There's no window. Emotional lighting. Jungkook stared. Come here. I am good here. Dong. Yes, sir. Come here. The entire family watched it like it was a drama scene. Dong slowly stood up, walked, sat down next to Jungkook. Very stiff, very careful. This is close enough to danger, he whispered. The mother immediately served food, smiling. Too much. Watching too closely? Eat, she said sweetly. Dong nodded and picked up the spoon before he could take a bite. Jungkook casually moved the plate slightly closer to him. Careful, it's hot. Dong froze. The family noticed it. Oh, they noticed it. The brother leaned forward. The father. He cares. The father whispered back deeply. The mother looked like she might cry. So soft. Dong tried to ignore all of it. Focus on eating. Act normal. Just eat. Then Jungkook picked up the piece of food and held it down toward him. Open. Dong shook it. What? You will spill it. I can eat. You are not eating properly. I'm eating. Open. The entire table went silent, watching, waiting. Dong looked at Jungkook, then at his family, then back at Jungkook. This is a trap. Dong? Fine. He leaned forward slightly and took the bite. Silence. Then the brother slapped the table softly. Confirm it. Shut up. Dong snapped. The mother leaned in, smiling way too brightly. So, Thai, how long have you two known each other? Dong panics. Not like that. Jungkook answered calmly. A few years. The family froze. Years? The father repeated. Dong turned slowly. Years? Jungkook nodded slightly. College? Dong said suddenly. Oh my god. The brother pointed. Backstory? The mother gasped. Enemies to lovers? I am not lover with anyone. Dong stood up suddenly. I need water. And walked straight onto the wrong direction, the wall. Third. Silence. Jungkook stood up immediately. Are you okay? I am fine. Jungkook said, holding his forehead. The wall attacked me. The brother whispered. Even the house is against him. Jungkook grabbed his arm. Come here. Dong froze. Fine. Sit properly. You are too close. You were closer yesterday. Dong's friend stopped. I was unconscious. You were holding my hand. I was what? The entire family gasped again. Dong looked like he might evaporate. I am quitting my job. No, you are not. Jungkook sighed calmly. Yes, I am. You need money? That's true. Sit. Okay. The brother leaned toward the parents again. He listens to him. The father nodded. Authority. The mother whispered. Love. Jungkook glanced at Dong, who was now eating quietly, avoiding eye contact like his life depended on it. Stop overthinking. Jungkook said softly. Dong said, I am not. You are. A little. Jungkook left stretches slightly and the family, watching everything like it was the best show of their lives. Breakfast somehow ended. Somehow, Dong survived emotional damage, not food. The family slowly disappeared into but their eyes still glued on the two of them, especially Dong, who was now walking very fast toward this chair. I am going tomorrow, he announced it like a man escaping prison. Running away again? The brother called out. I am not running, I am strategically retreating. Same thing? It's not. He almost repeated on the one last step. The stairs are also against me. He finally reached his room, slammed the door and shut, and leaned against it. Okay, same, alive. breathing. He took a deep breath. Why is he here in the morning? He could think further. Knock. Tongue froze. No. Knock, knock. If I don't respond, maybe he will leave. Tongue. Oh, that voice. Deep, calm, tense. He won't leave. Tongue slowly opened the door just a little. Pick it out. Yes, sir. Shankar stood there, calm as ever. Like he didn't just cause chaos in the someone's family house. Get ready. Tongue blinked. For what? We are going to the office. Silence. Then, no. Shankar blinked once. No? Yes, no. I resign from today's office. That's not how it works. That's. I am on emotional leave. That's not a thing. It should be. Shankar crossed his arms slightly. Get ready, Tong. Tong shook his head stubbornly. No, I can't. Fine. Because? Because what? Because my family saw you feeding me? Shankar stared. And I called your name in my sleep? Silence. Shankar tried very hard not to react. Very hard. That's not a reason to skip work. It is a very big reason. From downstairs, the brother voice echoed. Is he still here? Tong panicked instantly. See, I can't face them. Shankar stepped closer, lowered his voice. You can? I can't. You can. I can't. You are coming to the office. I am not. Tong? Sir. Get ready. That boss tone. Final. No argument. Tong deflated immediately. Okay. Jungkook nodded once. I will wait. Outside? Yes. Far away? No. Jungkook turned and walked away calmly. Meanwhile, Tong stood there processing. Why do I listen to him? Uppers. This is how control starts. Suddenly, his brother popped up behind him out of nowhere. So? Tong screamed. Why are you here? I was listening. Stop doing that. The brother grinned. He ordered at you and you said yes. Tong pointed at him. I had no choice. You always have a choice. Not with him. Oh. Stop making sounds like that. The brother joined in, smiling. Too much. Time, wear something nice. Tong froze. Fine. Just in case. In case what? Office romance? There is no romance. The father walked by calmly. Take a jacket, weather cinches. Tong blinked. Why is everyone acting like this? The brother smirked. Because your boss came to pick you up personally. That's normal. No, it's not. It is. It not. It is. Tong gave up. I am going to get ready. Finally, the brother said, alone. Okay. Tong rushed into his room and slammed the door again. Why is my life like this? He looked at his chest closet, then at himself. Why do I feel like I am going on a date? Uppers. This is not a date. Outside, Shankar stood calmly waiting. The brother slowly walked up to him. So? Shankar glanced at him. So? You like him? Shankar didn't answer. The brother grinned. I knew it. Inside the room, Tong was panicking while choosing clothes. This looks too nice. This looks too bad. This looks like I am trying. This looks like I am not trying. He grabbed something randomly. Done. I don't care anymore. He ran to the door, stopped, took a deep breath, Survivor Day, and opened it. The door opened. Tong stepped out confidently. I'm ready. Silence. Complete. Dead. Silence. Shankar looked at him. The mother looked at him. The father looked at him. And then the brother burst out laughing loud, uncontrollable. Tong blinked. Why are you laughing? Uppers. Why is everyone staring? He looked down. Oh my god. He froze. Because yes, he was wearing a shirt, he was wearing a shoe, he was even holding a bag, but pen? Absolutely not. Gone. Missing. Non-existent. Tong let out a stuttering noise and immediately covered himself with both hands. Turning slightly, don't look. The brother was still laughing, holding his stomach. I can't. You come out like this? Shut up. The mother covered her eyes. Baby, you have grown up. Go inside. The father turned it away instantly. This is not a good morning. And Jungkook, he stood there for a second processing. Then a quiet chuckle escaped him. Just a small one. but enough. Tong says snapped toward him. You too? Shankuk shook his head slightly, still amused, then walked forward without saying anything. He grabbed Tong's wrist. Come here. No, wait, people are watching. Exactly. And just like that, he dragged him back into the room. Door shut, silence. Tong immediately retreated backward, still trying to cover himself. Still, this is not happening. This is not happening. Shankuk walked straight to the closet, opened it, looked through like he owned the place. Tong stares at him. Why are you so calm? No answer. Shankuk pulled out a pair of pants, turned it and held it out. Wear this. Tong blinked, then looked down at himself again, then back at Shankuk, and suddenly his brain cocked up. Oh my god, he panicked harder. Have you been looking? Shankuk raised an eyebrow slightly. You walk it out like that? Tong sickened and turned it away more. Don't say like that. He tried to hide himself again. Shankuk sighed slightly. No use. Tong froze. What? I can still see you. Stop saying things like that. Tong snatched the pen from his hand, face completely red. I am going to the washroom. Obviously. Stop commenting. And he rushed inside in his full speed. Slam. Inside. I am never leaving this house again. A minute later, the door opened. Tong stepped out, properly dressed this time. Hair slightly messy, face still red, avoiding eye contact. Let's go. Shankuk looked at him, then nodded once. Finally, Tong turned, muttered under his breath, "Worst day of my life." Shankuk almost smiled again. Car stopped. Tong got out first, looking around and immediately regretting everything because employees were there, standing, walking, watching, and now whispering. Is that he came with boss together? Tong froze near the entrance. Oh no, this is how rumors start. Shankuk stepped out calmly from the other side, adjusting his coat and walked forward, like nothing was happening, like people weren't staring, like Tong wasn't having full intent breakdown. He reached the entrance and puzzled, turned it. Tong was still standing outside, not moving, not breathing, just existing in panic. Tong flinched. Yes, sir. Why aren't you coming? He looked around the employees again, who were very clearly watching. That's because Hugo, I will come later. Shankuk narrowed his eyes slightly. Why? No reason. Tong, sir, we have an important meeting. Yes, come with me. Tong shook his head immediately. Hugo, sir, I will just come after you. Shankuk stared at him. After me? Yes. Separately? Yes. So people don't see us together? Tong froze. That's not what I mean. That's exactly what you meant. Tong stepped a little closer, lowering his voice. Sir, people are watching. Shankuk glanced around. Let them? Let them? Tong whispered, shouted. Yes? No. Why not? Because they are already talking. So it looks suspicious. Shankuk raised an eyebrow. Suspicious? How? Tong hesitated. Like something is going on? A bus. Shankuk stepped closer. Is something going on? Tong shook her. No? Then walk in. I can't. Tong. Sir. Now. No. There was a moment of silence. Employees nearby pretending not to watch, but very much watching. One evening, pulled out phone and oh, this is getting serious. Someone whispered. Shankuk said slowly, then without another word, he grabbed Tong's hand firm and started walking. Sir, wait. Too late. Tong stumbled forward as Shankuk dragged him inside. People are watching. I know. This is worse. Walk properly. I am being dragged. Then look up. Everyone in the lobby froze. Actually froze, watching the scene unfold. Did the boss just hold his hand and drag him into the office? Tong tried to pull his hand back. Sir, leave my hand. No. Why? You will run again. I won't. You will. Okay, maybe a little, but still. They reached the elevator. Shankuk fully pressed the button, still holding his hand. Tong looked down, then at him. You are still holding my hand. Yes, you can leave now. No. Why? Precaution? From what? You? The elevator door opening, they stepped inside, only the two of them. Silence, heavy. They slowly looked at their hand again. People saw. Good? Good? Shanku glanced at him. Now you won't try to avoid me? Tom blinked. This is blackmail. This is management. The elevator door closed and outside, the entire office exploded into whispers. I knew it. There's something going on. He dragged him. This is not normal boss behavior. Inside the elevator, Tong stood there, still being hailed, still panicking. Sir, I think my life is over. Shanku closed stretches slightly. It just started. Tong froze. The sound's threatening. It's not. It really sounds like it. Ding. The elevator stopped and chance was just getting started.